Hi friends, I am Arun Giri. You are most welcome to our channel Technical Concept. So our today's topic is relationship between duct size, CFM and cooling load. So in this video, we will see what is the relationship between cooling load, duct size and CFM of the room. Suppose this is the room, we want to cool this room. So first of all, we will calculate the cooling load of this room, that means tonnage. If we calculated the tonnage, then we will determine what should be the required CFM and what should be the duct size of this room, okay, for HVAC system. So let's start our topic. This is the table which represents a relationship between cooling load, that is tonnage, and duct size and airflow, that is CFM. So first of all, I will explain you the table. This column represents airflow, that is CFM of the room. This column represents the duct diameter if you are using round duct for the HVAC system, okay. And if you are using rectangular duct, then these two sizes can be used, either this or this, for the supply of air, okay. And this is the cooling load. So first of all, we will calculate the cooling load of the area. Suppose our area has cooling load of half ton, then we require 200 cfm for 200 cfm of airflow for this area. And if we are using round duct, then its side should be 8-inch diameter, okay. And if we are using rectangular duct, then either 6-inch into 8-inch rectangular duct or 4-inch into 12-inch rectangular duct, any of these two may be used, okay. Similarly, if our cooling load has 2 tons, then we require 800 cfm airflow. And if you are using round duct for the supply of air, then its diameter should be 13-inch. And if you are using rectangular duct, then its size should be 10-inch or into 14-inch or 8-inch into 18-inch. Similarly, if our cooling load has 5 tons, then we require 2000 cfm airflow for that area. And if you are using round duct for the supply of air, then its diameter should be 18-inch, okay. If you are using rectangular duct, then its size should be 12-inch into 25-inch or 16-inch into 17-inch, any one of this, okay. This is the size of supply duct, okay. For return duct, our return duct size should be always greater than the supply duct size, or at least it should be equal to the supply duct size, okay. In any case, it should not be less than the supply duct size, okay. So this is all about the today's video. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, then please press the like button, subscribe the channel, and also press the bell icon and share this video. If you have any query, then please comment in the comment box. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.